I scratch my head at players who don't have enthusiasm for a game of football. Obviously, I judge the players by their actions. I never looked at a manager in all my career before a match, and I'm talking about great managers, some bad managers, going back to when I was 8, 9 years of age. I never looked at a manager to say, are you going to motivate me today? That comes from within. That comes from your DNA, what you stand for, your background, your family, your teammates. It's up to the player to do something.
6:30 Thursday evening, Manchester United's arrival at their cup final headquarters on the outskirts of Windsor. Their coach can almost find its own way here now. This is the third year running that they've stayed at this stately hotel on the banks of the Thames. The manager has had two major selection dilemmas to resolve. He's been keeping his decisions under his hat. The competition for places on the substitutes bench is already hot, with the likes of Gary Neville and Lee Sharp out of favour. United will not have a spare keeper on the bench, incidentally, today. If Bruce misses out to May, the team will be captained by Eric Cantona. Observing him at close quarters over the last couple of days, I've been struck by how little he says to anyone. He is definitely the strong, silent type, a man whose very presence seems to influence the younger players around him.
2 years ago, it was blue suits and United went on to do the double. So same again seemed a reasonable option.
Well, I've had a few now over the last few years, so I'm getting a bit used to it. No, quite nice actually, you know. It's quite nice, although it doesn't look that melancholy. I usually give them to my dad and my brothers, and then they wear them when they go out at night time, so I just pass them on to the family and they wear them.
My name's Robbie Fowler, age 24, play midfield.
He's probably the best midfield player I've ever played with. He doesn't look technical, but he's very, very technical. He's fast, he's strong. He's just been absolutely dominating our midfield. He's maybe the loudest person in our dressing room, and he always pops up with something funny. He's a very valuable player to our squad.
Steve McManaman and Robbie Fowler, gentlemen, please. Thank you very much indeed. First of all, the suits.
Yeah, nice day, so we thought, why not?
Happy with the suits, Robbie?
Better if it was really sunny, though. Like, you need our glasses, I don't know, so, and we're in business.
This Manchester United side so much. I mean, there are many youngsters in this.
Back was confirmed this week by his acceptance of the Footballer of the Year award. Right? We'll be burning as fiercely as ever as they get us underway, attacking the goal to our right. So, the youngest player on the pitch. Here's Roy Keane. Cantona making the run ahead season. Owen. Keane. On in by Nicky Butt. This is Phil Babb. I think has been included into the England squad in time for Euro 96. Here's Keane, the Irishman, on for Neville. Cantona's in the middle with Cole. Keane. Keane. So crucial to United in the heart of the midfield, Roy Keane, alongside the equally tenacious Nicky Butt. Here's Butt now. Played in last season's final, mainly because of United's injury problems at the time.
Cole again really should have done better with that opportunity. But Roy Evans will be a little bit worried how he's back three are coping with United at the moment.
Pallister having to turn. And that was an important block then by Phil Babb. Here's McManaman. FA Cup winners on 8 occasions. Liverpool have won it 5 times. Didn't make a decisive contact, but Collier could make nothing of it. Here's Roy Keane. But May, he's been saying he didn't really feel a part of things until recently when he's had this run in the side. And Alex Ferguson has retained faith with him to include him at the back today, alongside Gary Pallister in all competitions. The bulk of them, of course, to Fowler. Was beaten there by Roy Keane. Back up to Keane. Neville. He's continued his run well. McAteer in release of Cole. And David James was alive to the danger. And certainly, Ray Clements, it's looking at the open contest we were hoping for.
Yes, definitely. Certainly, it's been a good game so far. Just Robbie Fowler there and Roy Keane just having a little bit of a tussle. We don't need that coming into the game because it's been a good game of football. So,
Pallister probing for an opening with Keane, who still needs to curb his aggression from time to time. Roy Keane, he is such a combative player.
the thing is,
an outstanding. Gave that one away rather carelessly then to Nicky Butt. Keane taking over from him. Certainly the ball was played at scales rather fiercely. Neville. Such a versatile player, Philip Neville. Now Keane.
which all good goalkeepers should do.
I remember you shouting at defenders, but not as much as him.
I was very quiet compared to Peter, I'll tell you.
You were a little angel, weren't you?
With their passing, because they know that if they give the ball away in a dangerous area, then either side is quite...
Referee Gallagher took. It's a foul by Keane, a very tight... Made no attempt whatsoever to go for the ball. But McManaman is doing that now. Keane there with him. He certainly doesn't pull out of tackles, does he? Roy Keane. Yes, and I gather he was very upset at being left out. I don't think he's did. Steaming away down the left, and it was a poor pass by Jones. Minutes of the first half remaining. Liverpool 0, Manchester United 0. Keane, Cole ahead of it. Neville away to his left, but the execution of the pass simply wasn't there from Roy Keane. He was able to redeem himself. Kicks in with a kick. James stretching, just got his fingertips to it. Keane. Beckham has Fowler arriving in the middle. That was a vital interception by David May, knowing that Fowler was just behind him. Way by Keane. And in on him. To McManaman. Flowing move here by Liverpool. Fowler again. He was going up a blind alley there. There was no way for McManaman. Redknapp. McManaman. It was all rather predictable then from Liverpool. And a foul then on Redknapp, or rather
in 2 or 3 little challenges. There we see Roy Keane is past Jamie Redknapp there, and he just pulls him down there with his right foot. Always been part of Liverpool's team pattern to do that, but they didn't do it in the first half, and obviously Roy has reminded them of that in the half-time talk.
Neville. Now Keane. Alongside again. To calm the situation down, out by Redknapp, but rather carelessly, straight to Keane.
That would have been the goal of all goals at Wembley.
Well, he scored 4 times against Manchester United in the league games this season. Fowler, Pallister didn't want him to turn. McManaman, Collymore in the centre. Great defending by Roy Keane. Kept his eye on the ball then. Irwin to Keane. Great goal from McManaman. Who's there again? Roy Keane. Another battling display by the Irishman. The longer it stays at 0-0, the more chance there is of that. McManaman in his drifting roll. And he's kept going here. Fine anticipation by Roy Keane.
Up forward, he's followed runs to help his side out defensively, and has been, for me, the most influential player in United's side.
Yeah. He has offered a lot more just than simply goal scoring, but it was goals they wanted from him today. The header by to Barnes. Redknapp, but nothing to deter Gary Pallister with his clearance then. Now Giggs. Earls up to McManaman. Fowler to his left now. Jones is outside here. What a good tackle again by Keane. Frustration in this second half with the lack of support he feels from Collins. Irwin now. May. Wide then by Ben. Cantona Scholes in the centre, so too is Keane. Keane's header. To Scholes. This is KEANE, who must be a very strong contender for man of the match. Owen. It's been his trademark, of course, his ability to chase back and commit defenders. Giggs with the free kick. James is there. No problem. McAteer on the break then for Liverpool. Redknapp inside him. Still Redknapp. Jones. Redknapp. KEANE in the way and is. But they haven't managed to get the better of Liverpool so far. Let's see what KEANE could do here. Persevering down the right. KEANE. Now Beckham. KEANE again. Owen getting for sorcery on the ball from McManaman. Fowler to his left. Along with McManaman here. Good sliding tackle by David May. Perfectly done. A touch tenacity shown by Nicky Butt in typical fashion. KEANE now for May and Cantona in there. James just got his hand to it. Cantona the goal! Eric Cantona has scored for Manchester United! Are we in for a dramatic finale? Michael Thomas is on for Liverpool. They're through to him. And suddenly the initiative is with McManaman. Too many defenders in the end though, including Roy Keane. To say about Eric Cantona. Here. Keane, right to Cantona. The hero of Manchester United yet again. It was a good tackle though by Barren. McManaman, Keane was after him. Not making the starting lineup. Here. That's it! Manchester United have done it! And the hero is Eric Cantona. It's history in the making on Wembley's hallowed turf. Manchester United have won the league and now FA Cup double for the second time, the first team ever to do so. The double in 94 and now in 96. Liverpool on the losing side for the 6th time from their 11 appearances. And he can hardly take it in, Alex Ferguson.
Well, it's a tremendous performance by Alex Ferguson and his side. I mean, more anonymous. And then all of a sudden, with what, 2 or 3 minutes to go, the ball drops to him on the edge of the box. And he calmly...
Trevor Brooking's selection of man of the match, and more importantly, Alex Ferguson thought you were Manchester United's best player too.
Well, it doesn't really matter who was the best player as long as we won the cup, especially to win the double again twice in the last 3 years.
It was a pretty tight competitive affair for the most part, wasn't it?
It was always going to be a close game. Obviously the outsiders always thought it would be a classic, but we knew probably one goal would win it. And fortunate enough, Eric got it for us.
I think the general feeling is that Manchester United played better in the first half than the second.
Well, we started off well, but Liverpool are a quality team. They came back into it, probably the last 20 minutes in the first half. But we always, they had a lot of possession, but they were never really going to hurt us. And we always felt that, if we got a chance, we take it. And as I said, fortunately enough, we felt Eric, who's, is quite good in the big matches.
Yeah, it's just a word about that man's influence on your entire season.
Well, Eric's been fantastic, since he came back from his ban. Imagine what we could have done last year if he played for us, until his ban. But, it's not just a one-man team. The rest of us help Eric to get into the position to score. And luckily enough, Eric always seems to take the chances.
Roy, thank you very much indeed for joining us.
I want to show you a photograph which might give you a thought about some of these issues as well. Let's have a quick look, see if you remember this photo. Remember those?
Almighty. How wide did they do that?
When was that?
That was the 96 Cup final at Wembley. I said to Brian Kidd, 1-0.